And this is the mental psychosis of religion.
Hi, TikTok. So I've been thinking about this too on my hiatus, and I'm just going to tell y'all a little bit of what I have come up with. And I'm also going to hit on this slavery thing because I do not agree with the commenter. But first and foremost, as someone who has been in Christianity and spirituality and borderline atheist at some point, I've come to realization that it doesn't matter which one we choose. And the reason I believe it doesn't matter which one we choose is because life is about choices and results. When you make the choice to be a certain version of yourself to achieve whatever you're trying to achieve, and then you make choices that align with that choice of who you want to be, you're going to likely get the results that you want. So if you feel like you need organized religion with the undertone of damnation to get to where you're going, that's perfectly fine. If you feel like you are God or you are a goddess and everything you need is within you, and that gets you to where you're going, that is perfectly fine. If you feel like there's no such thing as God, you feel like there's no such thing as a higher power, and we just are, and that gets you to the version of yourself that you want to be, that's perfectly fine. And it's perfectly fine because this human experience is not absolute. There is no one end goal for us to be here. All of us have a reason, and all of our reasons are different. And the reason we're doing it together is because eventually we will learn how to make all of those reasons work together. But until then, we'll keep having these conversations and we'll keep brainstorming what's the meaning of all of this stuff. I just wanted to share these thoughts with you guys because what I've noticed is, especially after evaluating my own journey through Christianity, is a lot of Christians miss the core message of Christianity, which is love. And they miss it because they get so caught up in these man-made rules, in the human interference that is meant to distract us from the core message of Christianity. Then they project those insecurities of their faith outwardly to people who don't even believe in what they believe in because they let it overpower the actual love they're supposed to be embodying within their religion. And I don't like that for y'all. I'm gonna be honest, because people who believe honestly in most of these religions have the opportunity to harness so many great teachings to get to the fullness of what love is. And what's even sadder is oftentimes non-believers are more loving because Christians are so distracted by all of the man-made rules and interference that was meant to take them away from love in the first place. So as a Christian, if you are a Christian, what I would encourage and challenge you to do is filter through all of these beliefs that other people have told you. Dig deep and actually follow this one aspect of your religion that says your relationship with God is personal. If you actually go within and build that relationship personally without all of this noise from other people, I think you will likely come to the same conclusion that I have and be able to actually utilize the religion for your good. And now I'm going to tell y'all what I think about this slavery thing. And it's purely an opinion, but it is based in logic, in my opinion. So I think that slavery happened because our ancestors were so pure and loving that they never imagined people would come in and do what these people did to them. They never imagined that level of savagery actually happening to them because they were in such a pure and loving energy. And the reason I believe that is because of how we have handled it now, centuries later. We could have easily reduced ourselves to that level of savagery, but if you listen to us talk about it, it's almost as if it disgusts us to even think about doing that. And if that's where we are now, with all of the things that have happened to us, if that's how resilient we are and holding strong to being loving, being pure, having some level of dignity and integrity. I find it hard to believe that that's not where our ancestors were when it all began. But that's purely an opinion, and everything I said is just what I've learned on my journey. If it's not true for you, that's perfectly fine. But I at least hope it gave y'all something to think about. I'm a big believer in do your own research, do your own soul searching. So don't take my word for it. Do what you gotta do. I love y'all. Be good to one another, but most importantly, be good to yourselves. Mwah.